Welcome to the Radio Scilly Video Report. Subscribe at youtube.com/Radio Scilly to be alerted when we upload new video reports. The video report in association with Carnveen Tea Rooms.
There's a treat waiting for you on your walk around St Mary's. Spoil yourself at Carnveen Cafe with a break for morning coffee, lunch or afternoon tea, inside or in a large garden close to Pellistry Beach. Try our large selection of fresh cakes and delicious cream teas. We have a large range of sandwiches, toasted sandwiches and jacket potatoes, or pick up one of our proper Cornish steak pasties. Anne and Frank are waiting to welcome you every day from 10 until 5 at Carnveen Cafe and Tea Garden.
After 5 months, the repairs to the St Mary's lifeboat slip are complete. The Royal National Lifeboat Institution Works Manager Adrian Littlejohn admits it's taken longer than expected, but bosses say they're happy with the £250,000 slip repairs. The original slip and lifeboat station in 1899 cost just £1,500. The slipway at St Mary's is unique. It's the only one the charity has that's used to launch a boarding boat to take the volunteer crew out to the lifeboat. Coxswain at St Mary's, Andy Howell, said the nature of the harbour at St Mary's means they can sometimes be launching into a very difficult and exposed set of conditions, but at least with the boat on the slip, they can get on board safely rather than have to get out to the tender before heading to the lifeboat and its mooring in the harbour entrance. Well, this weekend has seen the 41st match between Mullion in Cornwall and St Mary's in golf. Mark Twynham says some people take it quite seriously, and he had all sorts of tricks and plans to make sure that the Islanders performed well.
Always competitive. There's no sport you can't be competitive in. I'm competitive at everything, and this weekend's no different. It's just when you get out of it, you have a few beers and a bit of fun afterwards. But the golf's competitive, but it's just about a bit of fun, really. It's been going on. This is the 41st year this year.
Have you got any tricks up your sleeve?
Yeah, probably just get rid of pub and we'll have probably a couple of gin and tonics for breakfast and see if we can do them that way with a few drinks and that. I suppose that's the only way we can do it.
Mark says it's nice that people involved in the early days of the tournament are remembered through cups.
Yeah, a few members. A couple of cups have been named after some of the past members, like John Morley's dad. The Morley Cup is played for over the 2 weekends. The Aidan Tierney anniversary trophy is played every Friday for a team cup. So there's all different cups and all different names been on it over the past 41 years.
Well, after a weekend of golfing, there's been a difference in opinion as to whether it was a victory for St Mary's or visitors Mullion. John McKittrick says the weekend competition against the mainlanders went in our favour. Most obvious question, who won?
Silly. We did all right on the first day's all singles, and we did all right. That's not part of the sort of teamwork, as it were. Yesterday we lost the pairs quite convincingly. Mullion won 4-1, but today we won quite convincingly, and it's evened it out to go to Mullion in October. So we're going in there level.
But Steve Leescar, who's the captain of Mullion, says it's not cut and dried for Scilly.
The Friday we lost by 4 points, but that's carried over to October. So that's not a result yet. And the match plays are all square. So we're the away team and we've come away all square, which I think is a victory, really.
So the Islands are celebrating a premature victory.
I think they are. Unless we fail at home, but we're not known to do that.
John McKittrick says there's been a bit of a difficulty in finding club ties for the visitors.
Well, we haven't got any in the golf club shop at the moment. We've had to ask them to order some more, and I've had to borrow a couple from other people to present to the three guys, the new guys from Mullion tonight.
You checked them for stains then?
Oh yes, they've got to be new.
Senior officials from the Girl Guide movement have been in our islands over the weekend to celebrate 100 years of the organisation nationally. At a presentation at the Town Hall on Saturday night, Leslie Thomas was honoured for her work with the organisation. The youngsters put on a rap routine on the stage too. Liz Burnley is the chief guide of Girl Guiding UK. She says the membership levels on the islands are significant.
So here we are supporting guiding in the Isles of Scilly, and guiding's really strong here in the Isles of Scilly, and it's the centenary of guiding, so it's a special time, and we've had the most fantastic welcome, including some brilliant sunshine as well.
Liz says guiding is still popular 100 years on, despite today's high-tech diversions, as guiding offers things that many girls want.
Well, I think, as we always have, being relevant for young people has been critical. And I think we're as relevant now as we always have been. It's just that it looks rather different. So, yes, there are distractions, but of course some of the things are things we can use as well. So some of the technology helps us to deliver the exciting programme that we can for the girls. But girls have got a really strong voice in what happens in the organisation. Always have had, but I think that's increasingly important. So we offer something which is a bit of a different kind of opportunity, I think, and I think that's why it's so popular.
Joyce Slocum is the Regional Commissioner for the South West Guides. She wanted to personally thank our island's guide organisers.
It's such a special year for us. It's our centenary, and it's a wonderful opportunity to come and to meet all the leaders and the young people here on the Isles of Scilly, and I think also to show them how much we value them and appreciate them for all that they're doing. The leaders work very hard to produce some fantastic activities for the young people here, and it's just that great moment to come and say thank you so much for what you're doing as well.
12-year-old Saf Heaton has been a guide for 2 years and was in the Brownies and Rainbows before. She enjoys the social side of the group, but also the skills development element of the guides.
I like going there once a week just to play with my friends and do loads of tracking and stuff, and they teach you how to do bonfires and they teach you loads of fun things to do.
So is it quite cool then?
Yeah, it's fun because you get to just relax and not do anything really that presses you.
3 Truro College staff members have been on the islands to check out locations for a series of adrenaline-filled activities by students that should help raise £10,000 for the Shelter Box initiative. 10 students will have to travel between 10 of the islands to raise £10,000 to mark 10 years of the Cornish Shelter Box appeal. Shelter Box provides shelters for people who've been hit by natural disasters such as the recent earthquakes in Chile and Haiti. One of the challenges from May the 4th will be to undertake coast-steering between the islands. There you're fighting years of conditioning that tell you not to act around water in a certain way.
Looking forward to the coast-steering actually. That's one of the main roles that I'm here for, is coast-steering safety. So tomorrow we're going to go out and take a little recce, but during the actual challenge, coast-steering between the islands is what I'm looking forward to most. It's going to be fun.
The students will also be gig rowing.
We were going to do the 10 Tours challenge, which we do every year with students, but unfortunately we weren't given team places. So I threw it to the students to come up with their own idea of a challenge that they could totally take ownership of. And they came back to us with the Isles of Scilly and left us with the quandary of how we go about it. And we've ended up with this challenge.
3 Truro College staff members have been on the islands to check out locations for a series of adrenaline-filled activities by students that should help raise £10,000 for the Shelter Box initiative. 10 students will have to travel between 10 of the islands to raise £10,000 to mark 10 years of the Cornish Shelter Box appeal. Shelter Box provides shelters for people who've been hit by natural disasters such as the recent earthquakes in Chile and Haiti. One of the challenges from May the 4th will be to undertake coast-steering between the islands. There you're fighting years of conditioning that tell you not to act around water in a certain way.
Looking forward to the coast-steering actually. That's one of the main roles that I'm here for, is coast-steering safety. So tomorrow we're going to go out and take a little recce, but during the actual challenge, coast-steering between the islands is what I'm looking forward to most. It's going to be fun.
The students will also be gig rowing.
We were going to do the 10 Tours challenge, which we do every year with students, but unfortunately we weren't given team places. So I threw it to the students to come up with their own idea of a challenge that they could totally take ownership of. And they came back to us with the Isles of Scilly and left us with the quandary of how we go about it. And we've ended up with this challenge.